Hello everyone, my name is Karen Adams and I'm going to just show you a tutorial on how I did my chatbot. So first I went to the dialog flow and followed the directions that the professor gave us. I named my chatbot, you see it here, it's New Nurse Bot. And then I just proceeded to make my intents, and I have them over here. I have about 7 of them. I just broke them down so that I can have a smooth flow and everything's not all jumbled up. So I just started with the hello. It's a basic introduction. I just click on that. And the training phrase, here's what the patient or the client is saying. Hello, I'm having issues stabilizing my blood pressure. Can you assist me? And then you just scroll down to responses, and then the response, this is the chatbot. Hello, I am New Nurse Bot, and it would be my pleasure to assist you. Let me gather some information to get us started. What is your age and your ethnic background? And then you just save. And then over here, you'll see intent saved. So then now that one's saved and you go ahead, you go back to intents. And then you go to the next one. So my next one would be medical history. I just try to keep it flowing. So now the training phrase again, it's the patient. I am a 45-year-old Black West Indian female. And then you scroll down to the text response that you want the chatbot to give. And it says here, do you have any medical conditions such as diabetes, kidney disease, or obesity? And again, you want to save your intent. So you click on save and it says intent saved. You can click OK or it goes away by itself and it automatically saves. And then we go back to intents. And then my next category would be blood pressure. So now the patient, this is from the medical history. The patient is just going to answer, I'm overweight and I was diagnosed with diabetes about a year ago. And the chatbot would respond, what is your blood pressure range? What are your eating habits like? And what is your activity level? Do you walk or do you do any type of exercise? And then again, we're gonna save. And intent is saved. And if I just went to check to make sure that everything was flowing and that the patient's message would correspond with the chatbot messages. So you just click on here where it goes to try now, and we'll just type off. First we'll save. After we save, I'll just go back to my initial, to my hello, my introduction. So I just click back on the intents and go back to hello. And now I just want to type in that message from the patient into the try now to see if it corresponds with the answer from that chatbot. It's already preloaded, so it's like, hello, I'm having issues. Okay. And there it is. It comes up. It says, hello, I'm having issues stabilizing my blood pressure. Can you assist? And here is the default response. That's the chatbot response. Hello, I am New Nurse Bot, sorry. And it would be my pleasure to assist you. Let me gather some information to get us started. What is your age and ethnic background? And if I go back into here and click on the response the patient gave, that she's a 45-year-old West Indian female. And then here's the response again. Do you have any medical conditions such as diabetes, kidney disease, or obesity? And then you just put in that response that she's overweight. She was diagnosed with diabetes about a year ago. So it just flows together. So once you do all of that, I save again. And then I just proceed to the next intent. So now that we have the introduction and the patient's race and age and her pre-existing diagnosis, I just go to the slide that the algorithm slide that the teacher provided, the professor provided, and I just try to basically see what I need to put in. So this is all ages, and she does have diabetes, and this is the goal that they want her to reach. Okay, and she is a Black female. These are the medications that they recommend, and this is the blood pressure goal. And here are some of the, like, how you go about if you want to start with one drug, or start with one and then add a second, or do a combination, and some lifestyle changes that the patient would have to do to decrease their hypertension. Okay, so I just used this as a guideline and kind of did it like a care plan type of thing. So I'll just go back to my dialogue flow. And then the next one, blood pressure. So we asked her what her blood pressure range was. I'm sorry, I'm gonna save this and go back to intense. And then we're gonna go to her activity. And then she says here, she gives her range for her blood pressures, which are pretty high. And she states here she's not following a healthy diet. She eats lots of carbs and fried foods, that she tries to walk, but she gets tired quickly, and she doesn't exercise. So the bot will go ahead and respond. And the bot is pretty much saying that they understand her concern and that they're here to help her get on a healthier living path, and asking for medications if she's on any blood pressure medications, because she does have high blood pressure, and medications for her diabetes because she is a diabetic. So once you put that in, again, you save. And then it says intent saved. And then you go to the next intent. So my next intent would be the medications. So now we're just going to discuss the medications. And this, again, the training phrase, you're going to put in what the patient is taking. So the patient is not on any blood pressure medication. She stated that she was prescribed some medication, but she never took it. So she is taking metformin, 500 milligrams twice a day for her diabetes, and she's also taking some multivitamins. So you just scroll down to the response, and this is the chatbot's responses. So the chatbot will prescribe a medication, hydrochlorothiazide, which on the list here is a thiazide diuretic. So you can implement that. Okay, so then they give the milligrams that they want the patient to take and the frequency. So she's going to take 50 milligrams once a day in the morning. And also there are some interactions with her metformin for her diabetes. I looked it up online, so it does say it interferes with the blood sugar level. It might increase it, so that the metformin has to be adjusted just to keep her diabetes stable. So we're going to implement that also and just increase her metformin from the 500 milligrams twice a day, which is 1,000 milligrams a day. So we're just going to increase it to 1,500 milligrams. So we're going to do 1,000 in the morning and 500 in the afternoon. And to just keep a log and monitor her blood pressure prior to taking the medication and in the evening, and also to monitor her blood sugar levels to see if her blood sugar is becoming unstable because of the medication. So once you have all of that, again, you save and you just continue to flow. You go back to the intense, and then I'm just going to click on intervention. So pretty much here is just saying that the patient has concerns about her diet. She's not sure what she should or should not be eating. And then you scroll down again to the response. So this is the chatbot response to the patient. So basically here is just giving a rundown on the foods that the patient should stay away from because she's has high blood pressure and she's also a diabetic. So she just has to cut back on the fried foods, sweets, juice, sodas, foods that are high in salt and fatty foods. She needs to increase her vegetable intake, eat low-fat dairy, lean meats, whole grains. And because she's a diabetic, she needs to eat smaller portions, but frequently just to keep her blood levels steady. So I also added in a kind of freelanced here. I just offered nutritionist assistance so that they can help her with her managing her her diet, and also to implement some exercise, walking 3 to 4 days a week, which is also on this slide that the professor gave us for the lifestyle changes. It says you can do moderate to vigorous activity 3 to 4 days a week, averaging 40 minutes per session. So in the chatbot response, I just did that. I did 3 to 4 days a week for 10 to 15 minutes. And instead of using the stairs, instead of using the elevator, she can take the stairs, which is a good start to get some cardio. And again, I save, and then it says intent was saved. Then I go back to my intents. And then my last category would be my goals. So this is just the goals that we want to set for the patient. So the patient's just saying thank you for the informative visit, and she does want a referral to the nutritionist to help her, get back on track with the diet, and she'll take the medication that was prescribed and keep a log of her blood pressure. So the chatbot just responded, that you're welcome. They'll send her information about the nutritionist, and they just want her to follow up with her primary care physician in about 4 weeks to see how she's responding to the new medication regimen, and that ideally her blood pressure should be less than 140 over 90. So that's the goal for her to reach. And again, click on save, and the intent was saved, and that's pretty much it. So once all my intents are created, like I said, you can go back to the try now and just type in what the patient said, the patient dialogue, and then it should automatically pull up the patient dialogue along with the chatbot response. Okay, and then you just copy the link. The link is up here. Just copy the link so that anyone can access the chatbot. Okay, thanks guys. I hope this was informative. Take care.